Hi, it's Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is a reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising Taurus for the November 7th new moon in Scorpio. For our Taurus friends, we want to make sure that this month we make space in our lives. We want to make some space, to grow and Scorpio is the planet of transformation. We're gonna look deep inside where we don't always want to go, and we're gonna make some changes, and we're gonna head ourselves in the direction of what we really want most. We're gonna really identify what it is that we want, and we're gonna take ourselves in that direction. So we want to establish a space to grow, because if you don't have any space in your life, you can't add anything new. So we're going to have to kind of root around in there and get rid of some of the garbage that we have. Excuse me. I want to remind you that Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. Mars, the god of war, more like an ethereal energy, more like an earthly energy of sort of taking whatever you want, and then Pluto, the higher power, more of the spiritual, like woo-woo energy. So we want to make sure that we temper those kind of together so that we're still powerful and strong, yet we're not like manipulative and possessive and crazy. So we want to kind of temper them together. One thing about this new moon in particular is that you want to be extremely clear about what your intentions are. The universe doesn't really do inference, so you want to be very clear. You don't want to say, I hope I can move someday. You want to say, I want to live in this state by Christmas of 2020, or, I'd like to do better at work. What does that mean? Do you want a raise? Do you want a different position? Let's be very, very specific about what we want, because the Scorpio new moon is a moon of basically transformation. Complete. I mean, you can completely change who you are in this Scorpio new moon. So let's be very specific about what it is that we want. And I did flip another one. Okay. And we're going to set some serious intentions this month. Making space and room. Making room and space to grow for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, November 7th, 2018, new moon in Scorpio. Let's see what we've got going on. I think we're going to let these rest for a moment here. This is very interesting, because the one thing that does come up before I even started this reading was that Taurus needs to make a little bit of room to grow, a little space in your life. And we start out with this Nine of Swords, which is to me, this always says, she's looking over her shoulder, she or he, I think it's a he, looking over their shoulder, looking at stuff in the past. It seems like we've kind of collected a lot of things, and they're rambling around, they're taking up space in our lives, and they are unnecessary. And it's very hard for you to move forward when you're looking behind you. When you're running a race and you're looking behind you the whole time to see who's coming up behind you, you're going to end up not doing very well in that race. And that's what we want to stress right here. Making space and room to grow. You're going to have to want to make that space. And you're going to have to turn your head forcefully and move forward. Leaving this stuff in the background here, all this noise and this chaos, you're going to have to just leave this behind, because you do need that room in your life to grow. But what's really exciting is the second card you got was the Magician. And the Magician, if you can see, he's got every single element at his disposal. So it's almost like you can just walk away from all this old other nonsense stuff, and you can recreate who you are. I mean, you have the opportunity this month during this new moon in Scorpio to recreate who you are, and you have every single element that you could possibly want right at your disposal. So you have every element, every facet of your personality. Anything that you want to make different, you can recreate that this month with your new moon in Scorpio. And I said this earlier, but I want to make sure that I'm really clear about it. We want to be super clear about the intentions that we have. And also, this is not a time to put all of this on social media. This is, Scorpio can be sometimes better served keeping some of the things to yourself. So during this Scorpio new moon, you may set some pretty crazy, pretty wild intentions, and really you're the only one that can limit you. So keep these to yourself. You don't really need to share them with the whole wide world. That's just a little tip. This is a really transformative new moon. So let's kind of keep let's keep this to ourselves, and you can talk about it next month with people when you've made this progress and you've sort of turned and started this recreation, this transformation and recreation process. But at this point, keep it to yourself. And we come right here to the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment, joy, happiness. So this transformation is going to be something that brings you great joy and happiness. It's almost like you're going to get to be who you really are. And we have the Death card. And the Death card is so exciting to me. It's like a phoenix that rises from the ashes, right, to this brand new, beautiful day. Whatever this old chaos and whatever this old stuff that's like clattering around and taking up space in your life that you don't need, it's going to be gone. And when it goes, you have this brand new day that you get to start up. And the next card we got after that was the Star. And the Star is the card of the Aquarians. The Star is anything you want to be, do, or have, you may have it. Dreams come true. The universe is on your side, trying desperately to give you what you want. You have the fish all around her, which are a symbol of prosperity. The universe is it's waiting to give you exactly what you want if you can let this other stuff go. And I think that is going to be the key thing this new moon for you guys, because I have this 10 of Wands here, which shows a lot of burdens. She's got all of these burdens, and you can see no one has chained this stuff to her. No one's throwing this stuff at her. She's picked all this stuff up, and she's walking around, bearing the burden of this. And while she's doing that, or looking behind her, she's not going to get very far. So this is a reminder to you to put down those burdens. It's over. It's done. It's done. Whatever you've been carrying around, whatever stuff is like cluttering up your life and junking up your existence that you don't need, you need to make that space. And I can't say it enough times, but this tells you again, make the space in your life for something new, because you have this ability right now to be able to make whatever you want and to create this life for yourself. But you can't pick anything else up. You can't do anything else when you're carrying all of this. So you've got to put that down. We next come to the Queen of Pentacles. She is, I always say, like when you come home from school and your mom made cookies, that's who we're talking about here. Make sure that you take some time to give yourself some comfort through this process, because I understand this is not an easy process. We have a lot of, emotional baggage, things that we carry with us. This I say is emotional baggage. This is stuff you're carrying with you that you don't need to carry with you, that's in your head, and you need space there, but you also need space in your actual practical life. And you can't pick up any more responsibilities. As a matter of fact, you need to put quite a few of them down so that you can do more things with your life, with the space that you're going to create. And this Queen of Pentacles is like the comforting mom that says, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to put this stuff down. It's okay. I'm here. Look at how rooted down she is. She is stable, rooted down. I know I talked about not sharing this with like social media, but you may have someone in your life like this, like a soft mom kind of person that you feel you might be able to share a little bit about what you're going through this month with that person, and I think would be totally safe to share that with them. So instead of putting it on social media, this is what I'm doing. Maybe talk to this one person. Have one close person that you could talk to, and that could be an earth sign, which would be Capricorn, Virgo, or another Taurus. So you may have someone in your life like that, and if you do, it could be a mentor that you have, it could be a colleague, or maybe it's your boss. Maybe there's someone like that, but you do have someone in your life that you can sort of bounce this off of. You kind of let them know what you're doing and get a little bit of support from them in this area. Let's see what else we have for Sun, Moon, or Rising Taurus. November 7th, 2018, new moon in Scorpio. And I do want to remind you, if for some reason this doesn't resonate with you, check your moon or rising sign. I don't know if I said that already. I don't think I did, so let's get just one or two more cards for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the new moon in Scorpio on November 7th, 2018. and 18. I would like, thank you. Let's get one more card. It's going to make me wait for it. I just know it. We're going to wait. We're going to do these. We're going to talk about the other cards that came out, and then we'll do one more if we have time at the end. What came up next was the Knight of Swords, which is incredible, emotional, intense, intellectual energy. And what is amazing about this is that you need this right now. And so the universe is going to provide everything that you need to make this transition. The universe has already provided you with the Magician, so you have everything at your disposal to create whatever it is that you need. Whatever you want to be or do, you can create that. And now you have the mental energy to expunge all of this stuff that's in the background, that's like swirling around you, that you keep like looking over your shoulder at. You're going to have the mental energy to be able to go in and just, I'm done. The other thing that I do want to mention here, we've got this Four of Swords, which is reminding us that this is not an easy process, and this may be mentally very, very exhausting. So while you have this great Knight of Swords energy, use that, but also at your discretion, take a little bit of time here and there and take some rest, especially when you're setting your intentions about this new moon. Take some time to rest and evaluate what it is that you really want. Like I have said, please be specific about what your exact intentions are for this new moon, and use this rest time to set those intentions, maybe write them down, but to be very clear. And again, like I had said, this is something you want to kind of keep close to your chest, keep it to yourself. You have here the Four of Pentacles, your practical everyday life. And that is, sometimes interpreted as a miser card. But here you see, he's got his pentacles, he's kind of counted them up, he knows what he's got, and he's not really interested in sharing right now. And you know what? That's okay, because that is one of the main advices of the Scorpio new moon, is to kind of keep these intentions to yourself. So this is just more, what is the word I'm looking for? Confirmation. This is more confirmation that we want to keep this stuff to ourselves. And again, I do feel like you can share this with like one really close friend or mentor. You could share it with that one person, but otherwise do not put this on social media. Do not try to share this with the world, because they're not on the same page as you, okay? And we will finish up with this last card, the Six of Cups. These things that you're trying to like bring back up, this life that you want to create, there's something from a long time ago that's really something you've always wanted to do, but you've like repressed it for a long time. If there's something that you've always wanted to do, now is the time to set your intention to explore that opportunity. You have an opportunity right now. So that there's something that maybe as a child you always wanted to study a certain thing, or you always wanted to be in a certain field. Maybe you're actually looking at transitioning and transforming your professional life. If there's something that you've always wanted to do ever since you were a young child, this is the time. This is the time to find out about going back to school. This is where you'll need this mental energy, because it's more than intention setting. It's also investigating. So you're going to need to find out about going back to school, the logistics of like if you wanted to move or you want to change careers, whatever it is, you're going to need that mental energy interspersed with some rest. But what I want to remind you of is that you do have the Star card. So anything that you want to be, do, or have, you absolutely can have. You have everything at your fingertips to create whatever this life is that you want. And as long as you put down every responsibility in the whole world that you're holding on to for you and the universe, put some of this stuff down, you're going to have a way to be very, very successful here, very emotionally fulfilled. So this is not just about like a financial fulfillment, your job, whatever. This is emotionally going to change how you feel. And when you let all this other stuff go, you're going to have that shot for this brand new day, brand new life. So like I said, look back into your past. If there's something you've always wanted to learn about, always wanted to do, a field you were interested in, look back into your past, because I think that you may find the answer there. I hope you enjoyed this. I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching.